So there's this saying, God created the earth, but the Dutch created the Netherlands. I am by no means an expert, but let me try to explain. In spring, when the snow melts in Central Europe, or when in autumn a storm hits the western coast of the Netherlands, this means wet feet. This immense river delta can only stay dry by the hand of man. To fight the water, Holland had to start building barriers. This resulted in one of the biggest infrastructures in the world. As a result of the damming, the land started to sink. It was getting harder and harder to get the water out of the polders. That's why the Dutch made an elaborate irrigation channel system. The water is forced towards a windmill. The windmill has a water screw attached to it, and it can pump up water up to 3 meters. Sometimes the polder will still be sinking. Then they had to add extra windmills to pump the water up. The most famous example of this is Kinderdijk, where 19 windmills are being used. Oh, by the way, for video purposes, I'm gonna try to refer to this country as Holland. When you're from the Netherlands, you know this doesn't refer to the whole country. It's just easier. So we're 4 minutes in now, and I haven't properly introduced myself, really. So here goes. Hi guys, my name is Jasper. I'm from the Netherlands, and I'm fairly new to YouTube. I've been playing Cities Skylines for a couple of years now and been following a whole bunch of channels, but I never had the guts to do it myself. So I recently bought a PC, and this is a big turning point because the game runs way smoother now, and I don't really have any restrictions to start a YouTube series. So I did have to learn video editing, which slowly will get better and better throughout time, I hope, but I think this is all a big learning process, right? As some of you might have noticed, I've also been releasing some assets on the workshop the last couple of months. I learned a little bit of modeling by some great people on the Vocalstad community. Vocalstad is a project by Jeremy Vander, which you all should check out because it's amazing. It's built based on Amsterdam. I'm gonna be basing it more off some rural areas of the Netherlands, so I'll be working more with waterways, rivers, canals, and small fishing villages and that kind of stuff. I think water managing in Cities Skylines is one of the hardest things to do, so it only seemed fitting to try this because, well, in Holland we also had to conquer the water. So there's a nice reflection to it there. The last couple of months I've been looking at some channels with the whole cinematic style. really using storytelling as a medium and not only a let's build. I really enjoy this, but at the other hand, I also like sometimes seeing people build stuff. I like how creative people can be with PO and how they solve problems in the game. So I'm gonna try to do a mix of this. I'm gonna try to build small projects and add this to the video, but I'm also gonna try to do some storytelling because I like explaining stuff, and as you might notice, I try to explain how windmills work. And I think this is going to be a reoccurring theme, really. So I'm going to try to explain how specific stuff works in the Netherlands. I set the game on 1930s. 1938 is going to be a bit the year I'm going for, because I want to transition it forward throughout time. And I think 1938 is one of the most interesting periods in time, just before the war, and everything was a bit more rural. So, for example, to say it again, the windmills back in those days actually acted like a function. So they really did use them to pump water out, although electric and diesel generators were already there. Nowadays, it's all done electrically. But I like the transition period in Holland. Everything was a little bit more rural. The country was a bit more smaller, but it was also really in that really modernization as the rest of the world was after the First World War and just before the Second World War. I'm also going to build an island. I refer to this in the teaser. It's going to be called Kralingenburg. And this is going to be a whole separate story and a whole separate map, which at due time will be explained. But I first need to find someone who actually can build a map for me, because I know asset editing, I know building, I know modeling a little bit now, but map creation is a whole different ball game, and I've seen people doing it. I know $2.20 is really good at it, but I'm definitely not. I tried it, and I just downloaded an existing map now, and I'm gonna cultivate it really. I'm gonna change it towards a real Dutch landscape. So yeah, for now I'm gonna leave you guys with some cinematics. I'm gonna try to do this weekly, but I travel quite a bit for work, so I hope I can. But thank you so much for sticking around and looking at my content, because I'm really proud of it. And yeah, I hope you guys want to subscribe, like the whole drill, you know it, hit the bell icon, etc. It's so weird saying this if you have been watching YouTube channels for years now. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time, and thank you for being here.